Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, and welcome to today's episode of the SportsWise Veteran. Well, first round of the draft is in the books. Football season start? Has football season ever really ended? Well, we had the draft last night, and now it's time for me to keep myself accountable. I made my first 10 picks with the caveat that there are no trades involved. There was one trade in the top 10. We'll get to that later. But let me keep myself accountable. I want to clarify picks 2 and 3. I did pick correctly, just in the wrong order. But let's go to number one. I predicted the Bears would pick up Caleb Williams. Okay, that was an easy pick. Everybody picked Caleb Williams going to USC for some reason, or excuse me, from USC going to the Bears for some reason. But it is true. He is a Chicago Bear. I still don't think I still think they're going to be drafted in the top 10 next year. I don't think Caleb Williams is the answer that they need. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I want to see the Bears succeed. They're that original franchise that just you feel bad for them. Number two pick, the Commanders. They picked up, or my prediction was Drake May out of UNC, the quarterback out of UNC. Their actual pick was Jaden Daniels, the quarterback out of LSU. Either one of those guys are going to be great for that team, but that team is not going to be great. So hopefully they're going to be picking in the top 10 again. Next up was the Patriots. I predicted they'd take Jaden Daniels out of LSU, and they picked up Drake May. Regardless, they're doing a complete turnover of the team, all the way from the coach all the way down. They've had 2.5 decades of greatness, and every Patriots fan is just wishing Tom Brady would come out of retirement and bring him back. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I give them a couple years. I think Drake May is steps above where Mac Jones was. And I think I think they're going to be, I'd say 2 more years and they're going to be relevant again. Not winning, but relevant. At the fourth pick was the Cardinals. I predicted Marvin Harrison Jr., and the actual pick was Marvin Harrison Jr., and I'm still staying with my original statement. I feel sorry for Marvin Harrison Jr. because going from the winning environment to the Arizona Cardinals, his shoulders are gonna get heavy carrying that team. So I hope he does well. I hope he doesn't get burned out like Larry Fitzgerald did. I hope he actually succeeds and puts up the team numbers as well as the individual numbers. The fifth pick, this was interesting. Um, I kind of see where the GM for the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh were going, and I think it's going to work. I mean, Jim Harbaugh's been a winner everywhere he's gone. But my prediction was Brock Bowers, a tight end from Georgia, and they actually went offensive line, Joe Alt from Notre Dame. Joe Alt is going to be able to help protect Justin Herbert and actually give him some time in that pocket. So I like the pick. For the Giants, I predicted Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver out of LSU, and nailed it. Actual pick was Malik Neighbors out of LSU. They're still having a quarterback issue, but we still got 6 more rounds of the draft to go. So hopefully they pick up a quarterback. For the Titans at pick number 7, I predicted Joe Alt from Notre Dame, an offensive lineman. Again, I think this one kind of counts that I got it right because they still went offensive line, but they went with J.C. Natham, the offensive lineman from Alabama. So same thing as before. You give Will Levis a couple more clicks in the pocket, he's going to do well. This was my hot take right here. Then this was a shocker for everybody as well when they actually performed a pick. But this was my hot take for the Falcons. I thought Nate Wiggins was going to be the first defensive player off the board, the DB out of Clemson. He wasn't. I know he's smaller, but it's Atlanta. They're going to go for anything except the win when they're down 20 or when they're up 28-3. But this was a shocker. And this was reminiscent of the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, the Aaron Rodgers. Who's the kid out of Utah State that they drafted? Oh, Jordan Love. Sorry, took me a second. Jordan Love for the Packers. Just that phenomenal quarterback or that aging quarterback, and then they bring in the heir apparent. Well, the actual pick for the Falcons was a surprise for everybody. A lot of jaws were on the floor, but Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. I think it's the best case scenario because Kirk Cousins is a winner. Does he have the playoff pedigree? No, but the guy puts up numbers. So having Michael Penix Jr. learn from a quarterback like a Kirk Cousins is going to benefit Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons. Next up at pick number 9 was the Chicago Bears. I was looking at the offensive line, someone to protect Caleb Williams because he's going to be running his ass off. And I was hoping they were going to get Troy Fantua, the O lineman out of Washington. But in true Bears fashion, everybody's been like preaching for the last 2 years. Hey, let's build around Justin Fields. Let's build around Justin Fields. So what do? They get rid of Justin Fields and they start building around him. The actual pick for the Chicago Bears at number 9 was Rome Odunze, the wide receiver out of Washington. There are so many weapons on this team now on the offensive side that they're going to go crazy. They might put up some actual numbers. Too bad they didn't keep Justin Fields, who's actually been a proven quarterback for the Bears or in the NFL. But here nor there. And the last pick, again, this was another shocker. I had the Jets picking Rob Odunze, and they ended up trading the pick to Minnesota, and Minnesota picked up J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan, the quarterback out of Michigan, the national championship champion out of Michigan. Again, one of those shockers, but I'm glad to see Minnesota going again with a proven winner. Minnesota plays in a dome, so the climate control is going to be fine. J.J. McCarthy has won in all kinds of weather, and his right hand's a little heavier because he's got that national championship ring. That's the rundown of the first 10 picks of the NFL. Not bad, though. I guess 3 out of 10 correctly. However, I think it could be 5 out of 10 because I did say the 3 quarterbacks were going in the first 3 picks. But I digress. Still not bad. I do like the 49ers pickup of the Florida wide receiver. We'll see how that pans out. So, I think it's Sunday. Ralph and I were thinking about doing a recap of the biggest everything about the draft. Not a long show, but just our opinions, who's going to do well, who's going to bust, who's going to do what. The first rounders are always exciting to watch, but it's those guys that are picked in the 2 through 7 rounds. That guy that's picked number 262 that leads the team to the Super Bowl. Not a Super Bowl win yet, but Brock Purdy will get there. Or George Kittle that was drafted in the 5th round. Or Tom Brady that was drafted number 199. Joe Montana that was drafted in 3rd round. You never know where the next great player is going to be coming. So enjoy watching the draft. Enjoy seeing the future of your team start to be molded today and tomorrow. So let's enjoy it. Let's go have a great day. Today's Friday. It's looking outside right now. Blue skies, a little light breeze here in Northeast Florida. So I'm going to go outside, enjoy the weather before I go to work. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, you never know who you're going to inspire. So keep doing everything you do and be the best person you can be. You guys have a great day. And thanks for watching the Sports Wise Veteran.